How much time am I going to commit to my new business every single day? Doesn't matter what it is. You got to do it every day, no exceptions. Now, if you're going to automate, by this I mean whatever the execution process is, you're going to program your computer to take it for you. So in other words, you'll hear a ding, you'll go back and check, and there it is. Your trade is already on for you. If you're going to automate, I think that's in your best interest. The answer is yes. If you can't, or you won't, invest more than an hour every day. Your time is best used to monitor rather than create. Example being, my product, the first level toolbox is 5 currency pairs. At the end of a day, it would take you about 30 to 45 minutes to monitor what went on in those pairs based on the automated system, based on the time frame you wanted to use. That's monitoring what's happening rather than creating. Computers make mistakes. Glitches happen. Stuff goes down. Connections get disconnected. You're not going to just sit here and go, "Ooh, how much money did I make today?" And there's something screwy going on. Well, maybe your platform had a problem. Maybe your internet connection went down and something didn't get filled like it was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as press a button and wait. If it was really that simple, guys, I'm telling you, we'd all be rich. It can't work that way. First of all, there's the issue of the zero-sum transaction that we talked about before, that the loser has to pay the winner. That's really what this is all about. You're trying to find the loser. Your automated system needs to be able to find the loser. If that ain't happening, it's not going to work anyway. So how well is it working? Monitor it. On the other hand, if you want to create a systemized approach and you're willing to spend an hour, 2 or 3 or 4 every day, then the sky is the limit and the world is your oyster. Most likely it's going to be good for you to join a group of dedicated traders or a community online and work with people that are like-minded while you're developing your own approach. So you either want to create one or duplicate one. But in either case, your goal here is consistency. So your foundation is, what kind of approach am I going to use based on how much time I'm willing to commit? Either approach is fine. In my opinion, the longer time frame you use, the less there is to do with this every day, and it's all trend. Boring as hell to have to, every day is boring as hell. But then again, maybe you're the kind of guy that doesn't mind doubling his account balance every year if it's boring. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different ways to do this. But your foundation is, you got to make those decisions. Once you make that decision, you stick with it. So why is this foundation the important one? Here's why. Either you will do this yourself and learn it like a business, or you'll buy someone else's expertise and monitor the results. That's it. You got to figure out which you're going to be first, because what most people try to do is they don't have a plan. They don't know what they're trying to do. They don't stop and think, wait a minute, I ain't smart enough to figure this out. I'm going to buy a good quality system and monitor it every day. Okay, that's a reasonable thing to do. Other people, they cheat on the system. They decide they're going to be trend followers, but gee, just today, boy, does that look like a great trade in the euro. I'm going to get all over that one today. That's a volatility trade. Well, your approach isn't volatility, so what are you doing trading outside your business plan? Not a good move. Again, see, can you see where it's all psychology? It's not market. It's what you think is happening and what you believe to be true and how you're going to participate. So your foundation, you need to engineer out all the mistakes that could be made by making a hardcore decision now, before you even trade one time. Which trader are you going to be? This is the foundation you want to build. Either you're going to do this for yourself, learn like a business, or you buy someone else's expertise and monitor the results. The point I want you to have clear in your mind about your foundation, it really boils down to this. Are you going to learn to do this on your own, take full responsibility for the results, and attempt to make this happen for yourself your way? Or you're going to buy the expertise of somebody else and attempt to monitor that and work with it in real time over time. Either way presents obstacles, hardships, good things, trade-offs. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Like I tell guys all the time, if you want to create your own approach, that'll be highly personal, and psychology is more important in that than at any other time. If you're going to take and duplicate or attempt to duplicate somebody else's expertise and approach, buy their thing automate it yourself, buy their system, buy their auto trader robot, buy whatever it is that they've got, and use it for yourself. The advantage there is that you will have most likely bought something that has engineered out a lot of the mistakes you would make normally. The downside to that is that maybe you can't work with it and you can't stay disciplined with it. Maybe it doesn't fit in your head. You know what I mean? Either way is your choice. They both have great opportunities. I went the first way. I decided to figure this out on my own, and I figured out what works for me, and that's how I work it. What I've given in terms of opportunity to you in that regard is I'm going to help you know, I'm going to help you get down that pathway without getting too far off one side or the other. If you want to buy somebody else's expertise, buy their system, buy their robot, buy their software, whatever it is you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. But then again, what I'll do is I'll show you how to stay focused on that, how not to quit on the system, how to know when the system is at risk, how to know when you are at risk, when it's time to take a break. It's not an easy way to do it either way. There's no shortcut. But the good news is you can choose which foundation to lay, and you've got to lay it. Once you got that place started, we take the next couple of steps, and you're off and running. So that being said, let's get on to step 2.